Hi everyone, today we're going to continue on 4.1 Understanding Polynomial Expressions on day 2, and we are going to be interpreting part of an expression, terms, factors, coefficients. We're going to be familiar with writing polynomial expressions in standard form and applying the meaning of polynomial expressions in real life situations. So let's take a look at the first example. When we simplify polynomials, we usually combine like terms. So combining like term is a common practice. What are like terms, you ask? Well, if we have x, 2x, 5x, these are all like terms because they all have x in common. Now x and x squared would not be like terms because they have different exponents. So like terms are terms that have the same exact base and exponent. So 2x squared and 3x squared would be a like term because they're both x squares. So with that said, we're going to combine like terms and we just add and subtract just like we normally do. So we're going to take a look at the first example. In this problem right here, the like terms are the ones that have the same powers. So r squared and 2r squared are considered like terms. So you can go ahead and add the coefficients. So when we combine like terms, we add the coefficients. So 1 plus 2 will give us 3. So we have 3r squared, and then this 5r cubed is left by itself, and that would be the final answer. So that is simplifying polynomials. Let's take a look at another example. Combining the like terms here, we have, notice that we have y cubed and y cubed are like terms, but the coefficients are -2 and +2. So when we combine the coefficients, we are going to have those two cancel out each other. And then the next two, y squared, are also like terms. So we have -8 plus 1, that would be -7 y squared. And that would be the final answer for this problem. Next problems, we are going to take a look at more combining like terms. So notice that we have p squared, q squared look alike. So we have 3 minus 3 again, those would cancel each other out. And then we would have also the p squared and q to the third look alike. So we have combining the coefficients. -3 plus 4 will give us a positive 1 p squared q to the third. And notice that pq is left alone by itself. So we have a plus pq. And that would be the final answer. So there is an error here with the key. Number 13, we have a series of multiplication with distributed property involving. So we're going to distribute the numbers here first. That would be probably the best thing to do, is to actually distribute those numbers in front. So we got 3a plus 3b minus, the minus gets distributed, so it's a minus 6b minus 6c, then plus 8a and a minus 8c. So that's what you get the next expression after distributing everything, all the numbers in there in the front of the parentheses. Now let's take a look at what are the like terms. So we got 3a and 8a. That would give us 11a. 3b minus 6b would give us a minus 3b. And finally, 6c negative minus 8 would give us a total of negative 14c. And that would be our final answer. Number 14, again, taking a look at the like terms, we have an 3a squared minus a squared. That will give us 2a squared. And then we have ab is combined with negative 5ab. That will give us a negative 4ab. And then we got 4 squared, which is 16. 16 plus 10 would give us 26. And that would be the final answer here. Next, on evaluating polynomials. Evaluating often involves substituting a number into the expression to find out what is the final result. So given a polynomial expression describing a real-world situation, especially, we will evaluate the polynomial by substituting for the variable and then interpret the result. So let's take a look at the problem. A skyrocket is launched from a 6-foot-high platform with an initial speed of 200 feet per second. The polynomial is given right here. It gives the height in feet that the skyrocket will rise in t seconds. How high will the rocket rise if it has a 5-second fuse? So first of all, we are going to write down the expression. So that would be the first step right here. Negative 16 t squared plus 200 t plus 6. Next, we're going to substitute 5 for t. So negative 16 t is now 5 squared plus 200, 5 plus 6. And then we're going to simplify using the order of operation. So that would be 5 squared first. That's 25 times negative 16. So 25 times negative 16, that will give us negative 400, plus 200 times 5 would give us 1,000, plus 6. Combining all of this together should give us a final total of 606. And that is the final answer. And we want to make sure that we have the unit, which is feet. So that would be the height after a 5-second launch. Next question, Lisa wants to measure the depth of an empty well. She drops a ball from the height of 3 feet into the well and measures how long it takes for the ball to drop to the bottom of the well. She uses a stopwatch starting at when she let go of the ball and ending when she bears the ball hit the bottom of the well. The polynomial here gives the height of the ball after t seconds, where 0 is the initial speed of the ball and 3 is the initial height. So notice that 3 is already blended into the equation. And how deep is the well? So the watch measures a 2.2 times second. So we're going to actually use the time given, which is 2.2. So we're going to again start with writing the expression right here. Negative 16 t squared plus 0t plus 3. And we're going to substitute 2.2 in for the t. Notice that 0 is gone. We don't even need to worry about that. And then plus 3 at the end. We have a negative 74.44. And that will be unit is feet. And make sure you use your calculator to double check to see if that is the answer and you know how to obtain the answer. And that is the final answer. Now it is your turn, so make sure you pause the video before you look at the answers to see how it is done. Next question, Nate's architectural client said that she wanted the width of every room in her house increased by 2 feet and the length to decrease by 5 feet. Before the change, the length of every room is twice the width, and the polynomial is given right here, gives the area of any room in the house with W representing the width. The width of the kitchen is 16 feet. What is the area of the kitchen? So given the expression 2w squared minus w minus 10, we are going to substitute the width, which is given, that is 16 feet. And we're going to solve, and we get a total of 486. And that is feet. And area should be squared. Next, a skyrocket is launched from a 20 feet high platform with an initial speed of 200 feet per second. If the polynomial right here is given, gives the height in seconds, how long will it take with a 4-second fuse rise. So again, we're going to start with the expression and substituting 4 for the time that is given. And simplify, we should have 564 feet is the height after 4 seconds. And now it is time for you to try these problems, so make sure you try it before you look at the solution. Let's take a look at number 15. A rocket is launched from the top of an 80-foot cliff with an initial velocity of 88 feet. The height is given right here with this expression. How high will the rocket be after 2 seconds? So we're given the time right here is 2 seconds. So we're going to start with the expression. And since we're given the time, we're going to substitute 2 in for the time and simplify. After you simplify everything, you should have a total of 192 feet. And that is the end of that problem. Number 16, Anton is making a banner in the shape of a triangle. He wants to line the banner with a decorative border. How long will the border be? So we are actually talking about the perimeter of this triangle that is over here on the right hand side. So if we want to find a perimeter, we would have to add up all of the sides. So we're going to start with 12b minus 8 plus 12b minus 8 again. Looks like this is an isosceles triangle. And then 9b plus 8 is the third side. So combining all of them, we're going to have a total of 33b. And then one of the 8's will cancel out with a negative 8. And so we have 33b minus 8. And that is the end of the problem. Here are the two answers, 192 and 33b minus 8. That is a wrap for this lesson. And you may go ahead and get started with your assignment, which is book set. You need to finish your HRWs, copy the notes for tomorrow, and don't forget you have Alex. Have a good day.